Hey everybody, it's Jess here with Blessed Jess. Thank you so much for watching today for my week 5 Weight Watcher weigh-in. I'm just going to tell you how the last week has been. I don't even know. And I'm trying not to catch my hair on fire with this candle. That would make a very good viral YouTube video, but that's not what we're going for here. So thank you all so much for watching. So this last week has been really hard. I don't even know why, because, okay, so I talked to you, I'm going to scoot you back a little bit. I talked to you guys last Wednesday and everything was great. I had lost over 2 pounds. I filmed about 10 o'clock in the morning and I felt great. Like, I felt awesome in that video. Well, about noon, so just a couple hours after I filmed, I felt really bad. I had a really bad headache. I started running a little bit of a low-grade fever. I just felt off, and I just kind of was in a funk all week. So Thursday, I didn't track. I think it was Thursday. I didn't track. I literally was in bed all day. I just did not feel good. It wasn't even anything major. I just felt blah. And I got back on it and I tracked Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday, I kind of fell off the wagon. I don't know. I'm not going to sit on here and say a bunch of excuses, but this is real life. And I want everybody watching to know that weight loss is hard and it's a journey. I don't have it figured out. If you're watching me for like the perfect way to do everything, I do not have it figured out. But I hope that you're watching to see the ups and the downs of a weight loss journey. And I've had a lot of both. So I'm not asking for advice, although, you know, if you guys want to leave advice, that's fine, in a loving way. I'm not asking for advice. I'm just here to share what's going on. So Sunday, I didn't film, and I tracked about till lunch, and then I just, the stuff we're dealing with Nate, which is not that bad. Like, it looks bad. Like, that's the thing. Like, his skin looks bad, but it's not a harmful condition. Like, I don't know how people deal with their kids being sick, like seriously ill all the time, because it completely wrecks me. It gives a lot of stress and anxiety, and instead of knowing the truth and speaking the truth to myself, which is, okay, his skin may look bad, but it's not serious. He's still happy. He's still, you know, fine. All of the things I know are true. I tend to zero in on the negative of, OMG, he looks awful. This skin condition is awful. They told me it could last for years. It could last forever. His skin may always look like this. All of the things that, instead of turn to this positive, I'm going negative. And once you start thinking those thoughts all the time, it sends you down into it sends me down into a tailspin of depression, fear, worry, anxiety. And that's where I've lived this week. And it's not a fun place to live. I was doing a Bible study. It's actually one that I had started like a year ago and had almost gotten done with a Bible study, and I had like 2 or 3 left, and it was a really busy time, and I guess I just stopped doing it and moved on to something else. Well, I pulled that out this week, and you know, I believe that God led me to pull it out because it was exactly what I needed to hear. And she was talking, the Bible study is on the armor of God. It's an awesome study. But she was talking about how, you know, the Bible says whatever is true, whatever is lovely, whatever is good, think on these things. And the reason it says that is because when you think of the positives, when you think of the positive things in your life and the things that God has done for you and the things that are going well in your life, your outlook is totally different than if you focus on the negatives. And you focus on the negatives and you focus on the fear and the anxiety, that's where you're going to live. That's where you're going to live. And it's going to cause your health to be bad. It's going to cause you to be fearful and suffer from anxiety. It causes me to want to eat everything in sight to numb myself. You guys, Sunday, literally, I cried all day and ate. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, it didn't do anything for me. It did not do anything for me to make me feel better. It made me feel 100 times worse to do that. Instead of standing on what I know is true, calming myself down, that's the power of our thoughts. Like, I started thinking things that weren't even true. Like, oh, well, if he has this, well, maybe it's going to cause that, and maybe this is serious, and maybe this is going to be something. And it tailspinned into, so much more of a bigger deal than what was even the truth. And so Sunday was really bad. I got back on track on Monday, and then yesterday was another bad day. David was out of town Monday and Tuesday. He's back now. But when he is gone, and this may sound so silly because I know so many of you are single moms, and I just want to tell you right now, you are my hero, because I do not know how in the world you do it. And if there's anything I can ever do for you, if I can ever message you, or if you're ever lonely and you need to talk to me and message me, I would do it in a heartbeat, because I do not know how you do it. Because when my husband is gone, well, and a lot of it too is I have a church family here. But other than that, you know, we're still 3 hours away from our family. My closest friends are not here. So it's not like I can go talk to someone or hang out with someone. And plus the challenges Nate faces with his autism, it kind of limits us in some ways on the activities outside the home we can do. So when David's not here, it's me and the kids. And I love my kids. I love them. But without that adult interaction, I go completely lonely and depressed and bored almost. And that's what happened yesterday. Monday, I did awesome because I was wondering how I was going to do without him here. Because a lot of times when he's gone, I just want to eat just from boredom after the kids go to bed. Monday night, I did not eat at all. I went to bed and I watched Grey's Anatomy till like 2 in the morning, which is still probably not good. But, but yesterday was another story, and I just gave into it, and I just ate things I shouldn't. I stopped tracking. I didn't even care. So all of that to say, this past week wasn't great. But I could stay in that place and just beat myself up continually, like, why did you do that? Why would you do that? You're not doing anything good for yourself. Or I could stand up and say, you know what? That happened. I can learn from it. And I can see how my thoughts led to that behavior. My thoughts of, you know, loneliness, instead of picking up the phone and calling someone, or instead of going on, I could have gone on Connect. I could have gone on Connect and just said, I feel really lonely. I feel really sad. I want to eat. And there would have been dozens of people who would have messaged me and talked to me, but I didn't want that. And so I'm still learning and I'm still struggling, but it's all part of the process. And I am really realizing that it's not going to be as simple. And if this is the thing, weight loss, when you have a food addiction, and that is strictly what it is, I turn to food for comfort. I turn to food to fill emotional voids that food cannot fill. And that is something that isn't just broken overnight. That's not, you know, you can get on here and say, or people can say to me all the time, what's so hard about it? Just put down the food and don't eat. Track your calories, you know, track your points. And when you're out of points, just stop eating. And you know, that's great. And that is the ultimate goal. But it's not as easy as that. I have a food addiction. I have a food problem. And the only person that can fix that, in my opinion, and what I know to be true, is God. Because I cannot fix it on my own. I have tried for a long time to fix it on my own. And all it leads to is me not being able to lose the weight and being even more frustrated and turning back to food again. So in order for me to move forward, I just have to stop turning to food to fill voids inside of me, and realizing that, and realizing, okay, you overate this night, you didn't track this night, what was going on? What, looking back, what could you have done differently to stop that behavior? So that is what I'm focusing on and thinking about today. And I'm sorry, you guys, like, I feel like I need to apologize to you too, because I want to be accountable to you guys, but I also want to share in the journey and to show you me working through this process, I guess. So it happened. So okay. So all of that happened, and I almost just said, you know what, let's just not step on the scale. I promise I thought I gained 5 pounds. Let's just not step on the scale. I did not want to make myself even more sad. And so, but this is the thing, the scale is just a tool. It's not a definition of who I am. It's not. And whatever the number is, you are more than what that number says. You are beautiful. You are worthy. You are worthy right now at this weight, whatever it is. And so I stepped on the scale. So last week I was 222.6, I believe. And then I didn't take a picture, but I'm just going to tell you guys what my weight was today. My weight today was 224 even. So I am only up 1.6, and I say only because only by the grace of God, I'm only up 1.6 pounds. So I woke up this morning and I started the period from heck. I mean, seriously, that might be too much information, but I haven't had this bad of a period in, I don't even know how long. I have been in bed. My bed's not even made. It's over here. It hasn't even been made because I have been in bed all morning with a heating pad on my belly. Lucy's been hanging out with me. And yeah, it's been horrible. So I know that all of that probably plays into the overeating and all of that too. Not as an excuse, but it just happens. So I'm back on track today, you guys. I did not want to just get on here and make this super long video, but I am back on track, and all I can do is move forward. I'm not stopping this. I'm not stopping it till I get to where I'm going. And where I'm going is health and wellness and being a role model for my children and just moving forward with that. So I am not giving up. My goal this week, and by the grace of God, I can get it done. My goal this week isn't even to stay within points. It's to track every day. Even if there's a bad day, even if, you know, I binge on whatever, and I'm hoping that doesn't happen, but even if that happens, my goal this week is to track every bite, to track every single bite, even if I go into the negatives by hundreds. Right now, my goal is to be accountable and track it, because what happens when I start binging and I can feel it coming on, like, okay, I'm hungry, but I don't want anything healthy. Okay, well, what can I do? And I feel it. And then I'm like, oh, I'm not tracking this because I don't even want to know the points. I want to be accountable to myself and track everything. So that is the plan. That is my goal this week. I have been doing a lot better getting my water in. I got this cup from Racetrack. It's a gas station, and they have these where you can, it's called Soda Palooza or something, and you can buy one of these for $10 and fill them up for free all summer long. Like, they have waters and they have like sports drinks and sodas and stuff. Well, I originally thought, that's awesome. I can, you know, go in and get diet sodas or whatever for free all summer. But what it's turned into is I really like this cup for drinking water. I still like my other cups, the ones that keep them cold, whatever. But for whatever reason, I've been drinking a lot more. Sometimes it just takes a change, you know. So I've been drinking a lot of water from this, and I think it's because it has this really thick straw. And it's just really easy to drink a lot at once. I also like that I can fill this up, and I like keep just chugging like room temperature water. It doesn't keep it super cold. I don't have to have water super cold, so I don't know. I've just been drinking a lot of water from that. And I like that it, like the straw kind of goes down, and I don't know. I just think it's kind of fun. So that's the thing. Like, sometimes you just have to change up what you're doing. And I haven't even been needing to put enhancers or anything. I've just been drinking more water. Super awesome. I have not, this is the other thing that hasn't happened. I haven't been to the gym since the last time I talked to you, and that has a lot to do with why I've been so emotional and crazy. And my gym time is my stress relief, and I haven't had that. Usually I can go on Thursdays, but I was sick on Thursday, and then David was at a concert on Friday night, so I couldn't go then. He had a hospital visit he had to do on Saturday night, so I couldn't go then. This is the awesome thing. He's been gone like every single night this week, and it causes me to go crazy. Not that it's his fault. It's just the life we lead. And I've come to the realization, and I told him this has been so hard because I've realized this week, he gets to go and do, you know, he gets to go to concerts and go to events and go to this and go to that. That's his job. He's a youth pastor, he's a minister, he's a music minister, he has all these jobs. So he's constantly going, active and moving. And when he's gone, I don't get the chance to go. I'm here with the kids, and it's not his fault at all. That is part of his job, and I'm so happy for him. But this is my life, and I've had to come to the realization that I don't get to do those things. And it's hard because there's so many times that I wish I could. And I love my kids. I love my kids, and I love being home with them. I would not trade that experience for anything. This is my dream job. It seriously is. I can't imagine doing anything else. But it's very lonely sometimes, and I wish I could go do more. But I can't. The only people that I would trust with Nate right now are my parents or David's parents. It's very challenging, and he's the sweetest little boy, and you know, he goes to church nursery, he goes to school and stuff like that, but I'm talking about to come into our home and be able to do what we do with him. That's the only people I would trust, and they're 3 hours away. So it's very lonely. You know, I can't hire a babysitter and just go out and do whatever. So that's okay. It's perfect. And I know eventually we'll be able to do more things, and we'll be able to train helpers and stuff like that. But right now where we're at, this is where we're at. And it's just a season. It's just a season, and I love what I do, but sometimes it would be nice to be able to get out a little bit more. But you know, and I know all of you moms can understand what I'm saying, because especially when our kids, you know, your kids are little, you have to do what's best for them. And Nate, even having more struggles than a normal 4-year-old, almost 5-year-old, we have to do what's best for our family. And what's best is to keep them on a routine. You know, if Nate is not in bed by 8 o'clock or 8:30 at the latest, it's very challenging to get him to bed. And sleep is very important to him and to me for him. So, you know, we have to keep him on a routine, on a schedule with his bathroom habits. Everything is very scheduled, and nothing can disrupt that. And that's the most important thing right now. So anyway, I did not mean to get on here and say a lot more stuff than just the weigh-in update. So I hope you guys will forgive me, but this is a journey. It's a journey, and I'm really hoping next week is going to be better. You know, I'm still moving forward, and that's the thing. You only are a failure if you stop. If you stop and just say, oh, well, I don't care anymore. I do care. I do care. And so I'm not a failure. I'm moving forward, and I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there. So thank you all so much for watching. I'm sorry this video is a little bit long, but I hope you understand. I have a lot more fun videos coming up, so make sure you're subscribed. Hit the big thumbs up button if you like this video, if you can relate. Leave me a comment down below. If you ever want to message me, my email's down below. Sometimes that's easier to get a hold of me by email. My YouTube Messenger is just crazy. So if you ever want to email me, Facebook me on my Facebook page, which is linked down below as well, I believe. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye, y'all.